Come the Sea Eagles, led out by Michael O'Connor. Feeling fresh after Wednesday night's trot against France. Darryl Williams. Martin Bella. David Hosking, one of the last out. There's the lineup. Rigid fullback. David Ronson comes onto the wing for Craig Hancock. Williams, O'Connor and Iro. Lyons and Tuvey at 5'8" and halfback. Lock forward is Cunningham, White and Jones in the second row. Hosking, Dunford and Bella the front row. The coach is Graham Lowe. Illawarra quickly out there as well. They know how important it is for them today. They've lost 7 games this season. They realise if they lose 8, that's just about it. The fullback is David Riolo. Fritz on the wing with Rodwell and Carberry in the centres. Moon on the other wing. John Simon at 5'8". Trevor Kissel is the halfback. At lock forward, Ian Russell. The second row is Piccinelli and Phil Tiernan. And the front row, Teitzel, Skiffalidi and Walsh. The coach is Ron Hildings. The referee is Jeff Weeks. Ian Russell coming up. In fact, John Simon coming up to kick off. Referee gets us underway, and in fact Greg Carberry comes across and kicks the left footer off. It looked as if John Simon was going to kick off. A little bit of variation there from Illawarra as it goes down to Michael O'Connor.
Well, they've kicked away from Iro's wing. I think they've learnt their lesson.
There's David Hosking immediately into the action. He's worked very strongly for Manly in the last few weeks, attack and defence. And the Illawarra defence coming in quite firmly there with Craig Teitzel, number 10. Bella runs it up, loses the ball. Piccinelli has stolen it. And that's good work by the Steelers on the Manly 22. Chris Walsh. Teitzel. Teitzel just 15 metres out. He plays it back. Goes to Piccinelli. The backs are very deep for Illawarra. Kissel. Simon. Gets it out to Rodwell. Tries to step away from Lyons. It's the 5th tackle, 12 metres out. Simon misses with an attempted left footer. Clean miss. And the referee will play the handover for the knock on. John Simon attempted to put a little left footer in here and completely missed. Oh, he did get a touch.
Oh, he just put a little bit of a touch on it, but it was a very poor kick by Simons. The last tackle, but didn't count.
So Manly now trying to ruck the ball away from their goal line through Michael O'Connor.
He's a very talented player, that John Simon. He played in the under-18s. He got man of the match for New South Wales the other night.
Craig Hancock was also in that team, the New South Wales under-21s, and was picked to play against John Simon today, but had to pull out this morning. And David Ronson came onto the wing. The kick bouncing around on the halfway line. Coming through quickly was Lyons right on top of Moon. Lyons was obviously from behind the kicker. He was onside. As Brett Rodwell takes the tackle, let's go down to John Peard and find out how conditions are on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Warren. Well, it's cool and still there for what should be a very entertaining game. Both teams deciding to move the ball around, even at this early stage. Back to you.
Simon pops over a better looking left footer this time, but it's well gathered in. Plenty of cover in the second line there. Going across was Chris White.
Yeah, Manly not carrying a sweeper, but it was good reading of defence by Chris White in that situation.
David Hosking bullocks his way forward, pulls in the defence. Lyons, one off the ruck. Tuvey outside him, gives it to Williams. Chris pans onto O'Connor and looks forward to Iro. Down the touchline he goes. Great tackle from Piccinelli. Comes across well. On it goes though to Lyons. Lyons has support. Slips it away now. Ridge. Pulled down in centre field. In a dummy half is Matt Dunford. He has a run. Makes a couple of metres. Swinging arm goes into the tackle. Allowed to go on. Lyons on the 5th tackle, popping the kick through. Pressure on Moon. The ball is loose, but the Manly player coming through, David Ronson, is offside.
We have a look here on replay. We can't see from this angle, but Lyons putting the chip up from the dummy half position, but it was touch and go. Ronson in an offside position.
Ronson. There's some of
all the relatives.
Kiwi supporters. What do they call them? Maori Warringah. Darryl Williams, one of them. He gets the pass away. Lyon sends it backwards towards Iro. Iro played against Great Britain last week.
Warren, they're waiting around. They think they might be next to be signed up.
They look like they haven't done too much training. They've been to too many hungies by the looks of it, John.
You know all about that.
I certainly do.
Illawarra up inside the 5. You can see as the ball is played, quite a few of the Illawarra players straying forward. Never really got back with a referee who was about 9 metres back. Now here's a chance for Manly on the 22. They've got 6 tackles. As Bella hits it up well, beats the first tackle. That's always Bella's aim. Beat the first one, then have a go at the second. Jones takes play within 10 metres. Manly well set now to execute a move. Hoskins slips it back. Dunford hands it on to Iro. The big winger comes crashing through the middle. Pull down 5 metres out. Lyons scheming in a dummy half. Hands the pass to Hosking. Nothing fancy about that. Hosking slipped it back. Lyons knocked it forward. And Lyons isn't too happy.
It was a tough call, this one. We have a look. Maybe the replay can sort it out. Cliff Lyons arguing that he did catch the ball fairly. If you have a look here, he goes down. The ball pops out from Hoskins. Oh, well.
It may have actually come back from Hoskins' finger. It's an Illawarra ball. Penalty goes to Manly.
We have a look at this on replay here. 2 halfbacks going head to head. It's a pushing contest and Kissel pushes the last bit. It's probably nitpicking a little bit.
Well, not exactly what a coach would like when you're in possession, having just won the ball from the scrum, and you give it away with a little bit of aggression towards your opposite number.
Well, here it is once again. Here it is, 2 halfbacks. It looked like TV was going to do an Alf Langer and a steal there, but I didn't think it warranted a penalty, but Coach Hilditch will have some more to say about that come half-time. They've given away 3 stupid penalties, John, late in the tackle count on 2 occasions, and that one there.
Yeah, well, against a team like Manly, Arthur, you just can't afford that. And Ronnie might live up to his name as the hitman at half-time.
Well, that only happened with Malcolm, really.
Here's Matthew Ridge, the man Johnny Peard dubbed Lightning Ridge, about to attempt to improve on his 23 goals from just 29 attempts. Can't beat that for accuracy. Ridge from just to the right-hand side raises the flags, and the first points are on the board. And Manly lead 2 points to 0. On the sidelines, Adrian Shelford, who only signed up with Manly a couple of days ago, played reserve grade today, played with Wigan, and of course, formerly from Newcastle. Adrian Shelford signed up to boost Manly's strength, particularly with the loss of Ian Roberts for a month with a fractured cheekbone. The pass slipped out from O'Connor to Williams. Here, Williams in trouble, trying to fight back from the touchline. Just got rid of the ball in time. Simon was one of those tacklers.
Well, that was probably Williams' own fault there. If it had been a little bit deeper, maybe he could have went down that touchline.
Another penalty against Illawarra. Too many markers not standing directly in front of the man who was playing the ball.
No wonder why coaches hit their head against walls, brick walls.
Doesn't matter how much enthusiasm you have, you've also got to have some discipline in the way you play the game, haven't you? You've got to remember there's rules and you've got to obey them, otherwise you keep going backwards. White hits it up hard.
Hoskins just left the field with injured ribs. I think he might be going for a needle, Warren.
Trying to do a Gavin Miller.
Could be a rib cartilage, John.
Could be. He did get off the field pretty quickly, so I think we'll see him back.
Lyons looms up. Inside is O'Connor. O'Connor cuts straight through. Looking for Iro on the inside. He takes on Riolo. O'Connor goes all the way. Michael O'Connor, magnificence. What a great run. O'Connor has been battling to overcome a couple of leg injuries. Some people have said he hasn't been at his best lately, but this is vintage O'Connor in combination with Lyons. What a great pass on the inside, a perfectly timed run from O'Connor. He didn't need to use Iro. A little in and away from Riolo. Riolo beaten for pace, couldn't get at him, and O'Connor scores a great try for Manly.
If we have a look here, Cliff Lyons. This is what he does best. He gets the ball, he drags the defence across, turns O'Connor back inside. If you have a look there back on the replay, Teitzel didn't have the speed to get across and sweep. But he outpaces his opposition fullback. Great try by O'Connor.
Not much wind to have to judge. Ridge moves in. This was a good-looking kick. It's straight, and the flags are raised. Ridge is just so valuable with his goal-kicking ability. Chris Walsh is the Mr. Experience of this lineup. Played with St George from 82 to 86 before joining Illawarra. Played for New South Wales in 1984. 28 years of age. Here's Cliff Lyons. Lyons has no one in front of him. The fullback was up in the line. Back to O'Connor. He changes direction. On it goes to David Ronson. Ronson chased by Ian Russell, but Ronson will scream away down the far side. Russell just tries to keep him away from the post, and Ronson scores a great try. All started by Cliff Lyons and Michael O'Connor. The pace of the Manly back line has been there for years, and it's still there. Great run from David Ronson, coming in as a replacement. The scrum inside the Manly 22. Long pass from Tuvey, gave Lyons a bit of room. There was a runner, took some of the defenders inside. Back on the inside is O'Connor. That caught three on the wrong foot. Moon left lunging in the air, and David Ronson races away, covers the 50 metres. Ian Russell was never going to get near him, and Manly lead 12-0.
So we have a look here, Tuvey running away from the scrum base, gets it along to Cliff Lyons. There's a hint of a shepherd here as he runs behind one of the Dennis Williams. He goes across, and the great combination between O'Connor. He's got great awareness, Cliff Lyons. We have a look, O'Connor gives the ball back to David Ronson. He outstrips the opposition. Great try, this one. But put it down to Cliff Lyons, Michael O'Connor combination once again.
David Ronson graded with Manly at the age of 16 back in 1983. So he's still only 23 years of age.
1 minute before half-time once again, Warren.
Ridge trying to add the extras, but it's waved away. So after a good start with a boot, Matthew Ridge hasn't been quite on target for the last two, but Manly leading 12 points to 0. Tuvey, who is one of the highest tackles for Manly, adds 2 more tackles to his count. It goes up to 12.
Tuvey's defence has been great out wide, where he shut down a couple of dangerous situations. Here's Shifley running from dummy half here.
Teitzel slips it back, and Piccinelli holds on to it and scores a try. Great hand from Piccinelli. Good ball slipped away from Teitzel, and Illawarra get exactly what they needed, just what the doctor ordered right after half-time. Here's Skiffaletti from dummy half, found the defence asleep. They finally converged on him. Teitzel loomed up and slipped a great ball away. Piccinelli finds it bouncing off his chest, gathers it in, and the cover arrives too late. The defence a little weak.
Yeah, we spoke about it before half-time. He's a good ball runner from dummy half, this kid, Chevaletti, and we have a look here. Great ball by Teitzel here. As we said, he's just fumbled the ball there for a moment. Piccinelli.
Very important conversion too. And he's pushed it to the left. That was there for the taking. It would have got them within 6 points, and he's missed it. Manly 12, Illawarra 4. 23-year-old cabinet maker plays it back. And O'Donnell runs from dummy half. Quick play the ball from Ronson. Jones. Now Manly are in a position to put something on. They're just 20 metres out. The penalty goes to Manly. Interference in the tackle there from Tiernan and also Jones.
You've seen Townsend, number 18, on for John Jones.
If you have a look at John Jones, he's been one of their best workers, hasn't he, the Jones boy?
He had a great game, Arthur.
He certainly worked hard. He won a penalty there, and he's been one of the best defenders out there. He's come up with 23 tackles, and they're all been bone crunchers too, I might add.
So I think Graham Lowe's probably looking Tony Iro into the second row now.
Jones topping the tackle count as he leaves the field. for Manly. Matthew Ridge with a very important goal. Can make life a lot easier for Manly. It's not a difficult one. And right over the black dot. So Manly stretch their lead now to 14 points to 4. 10-point gap makes it that much harder for Illawarra. So Manly have been playing steadily, but a little shaky early in the second half. But here's Martin Bella, punching straight through. Has Lyons alongside him. Goes away from him, but gets it back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell ridden into the ground.
Big Marty looking like a set of three-quarter there.
And the tackle went on too long, and going into the bin is Dean Skiffaliti. I think it's Skiffaliti.
Yeah, we have a look in replay here. O'Donnell going down, Skiffaliti coming over the top, locking up the ball, but delaying the tackle too long.
Skiffaliti leaves the field for 5 in the bin. Reads a couple of deep breaths to relax himself. A last look at the posts. In he comes. And once more, the flags are raised.
And Warren, the scoreboard operator, had it up before he kicked it.
I don't blame him. Manly 16, Illawarra 4. Lyons changes his mind. Decides no one was set for the kick, so he'd put it in. It bounces away from Moon, who gathers it now. Back it goes to Riolo. Away from Cunningham. Decides to go back this way. Has support, but the ball's knocked down. And Cliff Lyons is off. Cliff Lyons will go all the way. David Moon can't get him. Neither can Jones. No one can catch him. Fritz came from the far side, and Cliff Lyons has sealed the match now for Manly. They lead 20 points to 4. Opportunistic, but Lyons has created most of his own luck today. Illawarra in possession here. Riolo tried to get his arms free. Rodwell might have gone the length the other way, but instead Bella swoops in, hands it straight to Lyons on the burst, and away he goes. I'm surprised David Moon couldn't make more impact on him, but Lyons, easiest of tries in the end. Didn't he enjoy that?
If you have a look here, David Ronson hits him over the top. Riolo tries to get his hands free to pass to Rodwell, but the nimble Martin Bella picks the ball up, passes to Clippy Lyons, and just shut the gate. See you later.
Well, Martin Bella must have been doing plenty of flexibility exercises at his physiotherapy clinic, because he did get across well. And Lyons, who was there because he was coming across in cover defence, was there to pick up the ball and away went, or get it off Bella. Matthew Ridge has kicked 4 from 6. There's that nervous reaction, just shaking his right hand. This is another great kick from Ridge. You just can't beat banking on those points from your goal kicker. He just keeps thumping them over. He started today with 23 from 29. He's now kicked 5 from 7. The most accurate kicker in the comp. Tiernan. Getting a little dark here at Brookvale. Thick cloud cover above us. Kissel pops it through. Skiffaliti, who's played well, gathers it in. He loses the ball, can't hang on to it as the full-time siren sounds. And that just about puts Illawarra out of the running for the competition for this year, but Manly's still strong. They've won